Good morning, it's your man Earl. Early Wednesday, October 10th. Sunrise once again, and feeling kind of weird. Yeah. So here we are on the eve, if you will, of my mother's visitation, which is tomorrow, October 11th, from 4 to 8 at Trimble Funeral Home. Got to take care of your business, and so here we are. We made a commitment to do a video every day for the year of 2018. So here we are. Today's day 283 in the midst of my mother leaving us. We are here. So obviously we're dealing with a lot of things mentally, emotionally, up and down. But today's subject matter obviously is very important when it comes to these kind of things, and it's legacy. One word, legacy. And I'm sure I've done a video on this earlier in the year. I just didn't have time to strum through my notes. But I want to give you a little more teeth on legacy. Look at it from, I guess, a couple different ways. One, when it comes to business, typically legacies, when it comes to business terminology, it's an asset that's been on your books for an extremely long period of time, like real estate, things of that nature. And what happens is if you don't know how to monetize that legacy asset, that asset, quote-unquote, decreases in value to the point of loss, which is where we get to have a chance to take advantage of that as a tax strategy. But what happens is the decrease in value could be because the thing that you're owning or manufacturing, such as electronics, right? Sometimes we over-manufacture things, and those things are just sitting in a warehouse. I used to work in logistics, and so I'm very familiar with warehouses full of old electronics, old pieces that the company did not know what to do with, and so they would quote-unquote scrap them. And so legacy assets are very peculiar items, so be mindful when you are looking at legacy from a business point of view and how you value your company. Make sure we don't over-manufacture and we are sitting with a bunch of things that are of no value to you as a company or to the consumer base that you develop. But as we get closer to legacy as an individual, Webster, which I like to look at Webster, defines legacy as a gift that you give to someone, or a bequest, fancy word, that's either handed down. Sometimes you endow things or you convey from one person to another, right? You don't have to wait, until you pass away to give someone a gift. As a matter of fact, that's one of the big things now in the last 20 years. People who are wise with their finances, they're not waiting to give their children or grandchildren those legacy gifts, because for me as a business owner, whatever my parents could or could not donate or legacy gift or endow to me, I could use that right now to build more and more of the family wealth, right? So legacy gifting is handed down from one generation to another, or from one person to another. And it's something, quote-unquote, descendable, fancy word, and it comes into possession under transmitted, or if it's inherited, like I have 5 children. I'm preparing myself even right now to get all my ducks in a row, all my, business in order by the time I turn 46 next year, from one person to another. And then the one that we like to look at the most is the legacy gift, right, which is a lump sum of money that we leave in the will, and we don't get that quote-unquote lump sum of money until I die. So, quote-unquote, I've got some insurance policies that kick in. Obviously, if I pass away, then in my will, my children are going to get a legacy gift to them, but that gift is only payable upon my death. So I prefer what's called a legacy income. If I'm going to give something to my children, I want to give them an income base, right, that they can monetize and use to continue to build on the family wealth and the family income and industries. So it's your man Earl, October 10th, 2018, in the middle of week 1 with Mom, transcending now and being with the Lord. Today's subject matter is legacy from 3 views. Legacy from 3 different views. 1, legacy a gift. 2, legacy as an individual, different ways that you get it. And then 3, legacy from a business point of view. This is your man Earl, www.deuceswild22.com, day 283 on the books. Peace.